Here we are with some more Street Fighter 6 this time. We're getting Ken to master. I got JP to master, and I was like, you know what? I want to play someone else. So I played Marisa, and I played Marisa for about a month until Rashid came out. Then I played Rashid for about a day, and I was like, I'm never touching this character again. So then I started my Ken journey. To be honest, to be very honest, I don't play this game that much anymore. And that's partially due to the fact that Rashid was super lame, and for me personally, I'm someone who likes to play the DLC characters. I like playing every DLC character in every fighting game, and for example, Dragonballfighterz was a game where every single DLC character hit different. You know, they really hit different for me. And guiltygearstrive kind of ruined that for me because I did not like almost all of the DLC characters in that game. However, you know, I said I was never going to buy a DLC character again, and well, for guiltygearstrive, I was never going to buy another DLC. And then they go and add Johnny. So yeah, expect a Johnny video this week because it's Johnny. Like, are you crazy? Not to mention that they're completely changing the entire game, which is something that I felt like they should have advertised, because if you saw the Evo trailer, it said battle update and it showed that they were adding a few new moves. That was that was not the truth. They're literally changing the entire game. Every character is becoming a completely different character, it seems. So it's like Rev 2. Rev 2 of Strive. So I wish they would have clarified that a bit more, because I would have been way more excited than I was, and I can't lie, I'm pretty excited. Because it's going to be almost a new game entirely, and I get to play Johnny. So that's a win for me. And the way I see it, even though guiltygearstrive scammed me for DLC characters, because I think almost every DLC character in guiltygearstrive was lame. There was probably about 3 cool ones. All of the lame characters have been added. I don't think they have any other lame characters they can add. You know? So, even though I said I was done with Strive, I feel like this might be the best season of Strive because it's the most the game has ever changed, and it could be the most the game will ever change. It's literally a whole new game, and I don't know why they're not advertising it like that. It's literally Rev 2 Strive, right? I mean, spoilers, but they even changed the main menu, right? The whole menu is different, all the characters are different, like... So that, on top of the fact that all the lame characters have been added, like Bedman, you know, yeah, I mean, what else could they add? There's 4 characters this season, and they're starting off with Johnny. Who else could they add to the game that's lame? I don't know. So... realistically, I feel like Jam is going to be added, and Jam can be kind of lame, right? But I also feel like Slayer is going to be in the game. So Johnny, Jam, Slayer, and then the last character to be like Zappa or Abba, something like that. And that would be sick. So... in my opinion, this is looking like the best season of Strive because they got all of the reused assets out of the game. Besides Johnny, I think Johnny is one of the ones they couldn't really reuse. For example, you know, Baiken is very similar. Obviously, she's a completely different character, but she looks very similar. Bedman, pretty similar. Yeah, they reuse some characters for the DLC, and they play completely different, but they just don't look that different. And you could say the same about Johnny, but at least Johnny has been cool to play. And I mean, they completely changed Biken and made her weird. Not that she's lame, I would say she's actually one of the cooler DLC characters. But Bedman's just lame, you know? Bridget, I don't like Bridget at all. I know she's broken. Bridget's pretty lame for me. Because I don't like the cutesy type characters. I absolutely hate them. And you know, Jacko is like that as well, so I just don't like those types of characters. So for me, you know, Bridget and Jacko was a waste of a slot. Gold Lewis was sick. Testament, I would say, was pretty sick. That man was pretty lame. They're all pretty cool, like, when it comes to their mechanics, but the way they play is just pretty lame sometimes. Happy Chaos, I actually like playing. Yeah. I think the only characters that I really vibe with DLC-wise were Gold Lewis and Happy Chaos, I would say. And that's pretty bad considering there were like 10 DLC characters or something like that. So, now we're finally getting Johnny. And to be honest, I never really played Johnny. I always like messed around with him, but I never got good at Johnny. Because he felt like a character that took a lot of time and dedication, and for me personally, I wasn't gonna put that time into an old game when there were, you know, there was new stuff happening. So, yeah. Slayer though, I played a lot of Slayer. So if he does come back, which he probably will, you know, I'll be excited about that. So, yeah. Definitely gonna be playing Johnny this week. Definitely excited about that. Unfortunately, he comes out literally like less than 24 hours before Armored Core, and I'm definitely interested in playing that game, so it is what it is, you know. I'm definitely gonna play him though. So yeah, if this season of Guiltygearstrive is bad, I'm just never touching the game again. Because I literally said I was done with Guiltygearstrive forever when Street Fighter 6 came out, because it just was so stale, you know. The game was out for 2 years and we didn't get any changes that really shook the game up to its core. And on top of that, I thought the characters were really lame. And now, of course, after I've been away for it for a while, they decide to go and completely change what the game is and also add Johnny. So, of course. But, you know, I gotta be fair to it. They give me what I want. I can't just ignore it. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play it. And then, yeah, if this season is filled with cool characters, then it's gonna be great, because I'm gonna have Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat, and Guilty Gear Strive all at once. You know, that'd be pretty great. So yeah. That's all I really wanted to say for this video. Just talk about the upcoming Strive season. I didn't want to play Strive because it's going to completely change, so there's no point in getting used to the game again when it's about to be a completely different game. So yeah, here's just some footage of me trying to get to Master with Ken. You know, because why not? I might upload some Armored Core stuff too, because it looks like it's going to be a sick game. I hope. You know. Me personally, I wasn't a fan of the old Armored Core games. I don't think they're I don't think some of them are like bad, but I just the controls in them is kind of weird. They have some stuff that could be like Game of the Year material nowadays if transferred to modern gen correctly. So, and I hope that's what they're going for, because they had some cool ideas. I just don't think they were like perfect games. They definitely had some weird stuff in them, and controls is definitely one of them. Spoiler alert, by the way, I lose this game. Tell me why I've never seen this Guile Super before, right? I knew that he had it, but I have This is my first time in the hundreds of hours that I have played this game. This is my very first time ever seeing this Guile super. And I'm not familiar with how it worked in Street Fighter V because I know it was a V-trigger. I don't remember it doing this much damage. You know, and I just really hate Guile. I feel like he's a carried character as I play Ken. Look at how much health I have, right? And then look at how quickly I lose this match. This super is insane. Anyways, yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll have some Johnny gameplay coming up. But yeah, just look at how much damage this super does. I had no idea. This is my first time ever getting hit by this super. Like, this isn't even fair. Guile.